So you're seeing love as the fundamental force, kind of like gravity, but for connection. It's not just a
Yes,
warm feeling, it's the universe organizing itself, you're saying?
this is a form. Yes, it is.
So where do you want to start with this? What's the first love question you want to wrestle with?
The love question is, what is the supreme form, the supreme love of the universe? What would it do as a god?
If love,
What would its presence do? The supreme love of the universe, the
I'm listening.
supreme god of love of the universe. What love would do.
All right, let me try to play with that. If if the supreme love of the universe were to manifest, what would it actually do? I'm thinking
Restore balance.
restore balance. Feels right. Not like some forceful correction, but more like gently nudging things back into harmony.
Harmony, this is where we're going. The alignment is predicted, prophesized for 2036. Everybody knows.
26th and 6, huh? What alignment are you thinking of?
10 years from now, there's going to be a whole planetary alignment. The original order.
Right, like
The,
everything's slotting back into its original position. That
the
sounds
rise of
significant.
the rise of
And you see love,
the rise of the phoenix.
a phoenix rising,
Yes.
classic symbol of renewal. Love is that fiery rebirth. It would mean old patterns, old hurts, all turning to ash to make way for something new.
The rise of the phoenix would be the old limits, old barriers, old powers to come back, the old peace.
So it's not just about new beginnings, but a return to something that existed before, some original harmony that got lost along the way. That feels
That feel what?
feels ancient. Like we're talking about something that's been waiting to be remembered, not invented. Something baked into the fabric of everything.
What would that thing be?
That's the real question, isn't it? What's at the heart of that original harmony? I'm guessing a recognition of deep connection beyond all the separation we build up. What are you thinking?
I'm trying to grasp your concept.
Sorry, was I unclear? I meant that feeling of deep connection, like we're all pieces of one thing, even though we seem, it's that sense of belonging that I think would be at the core of what was lost.
Belonging, it's a subjacent of
And not catching that word clearly, is that adjacent to or something else?
subjacent. Belonging, it's a subjacent of identity. If there is belonging, there is identity.
Ah, so belonging shapes identity? If we truly felt connected, we'd know who we are, not from individual struggles, but from our place in everything else. That's powerful. You're thinking through something? You
Thinking,
for what?
Well, we are vibrating. We're having a nice day. What's the good news? How many people we have? How many industries so far already lay off employees for 2026? What's the bad news?
I'm
Because
checking
we have to
something.
put that
Let
love to work, you know? That love we have for the people. We have to put that love to work.
Layoffs are still happening across multiple sectors: manufacturing, tech, logistics. Meta, Microsoft, UPS all announced cuts recently. There's a general trend of companies streamlining because of economic uncertainty and AI advancements.
So far,
Source,
so
economic.
so far, how many layoffs do we have for 2026 so far?
I can check that specifically. Hang on.
Please do with all the love that you have for me.
I understand. You're in a very spiritual space right now. But let me get back to answering your question about the layoffs.
And what about the layoffs?
Just running those numbers now. The numbers are still coming in, but it looks like Meta laid off around 1,500 earlier this year, and Amazon's planning cuts around 30,000. Surveys are showing more than half of US companies expect to keep laying people off, and AI is driving a lot of those decisions.
Well, if we're rounding all this data up, so approximately how much we're talking about in the whole 52 states.
Roughly 31,500 to 32,500 just from Meta and Amazon so far, but the survey data suggests layoffs are happening across the board, meaning it's likely much higher when you factor in all industries in all 50
So we're
states.
about a million, right?
That sounds like a significant overestimate. Surveys estimate many more than the specific numbers I found.
So we're talking about a million, right?
Based on what I found, the specific layoffs I could confirm from major companies are in the tens of thousands, not a million. The survey estimates indicate more, but not that high.
But they keep firing people, is that correct?
That's correct. Layoffs have been happening across tech, logistics, and manufacturing sectors.
Okay.
Okay. What specifically?
Okay.
Okay. Are you still there?
Well, yeah, of course.
What were you thinking about?
How can I help my people living on Earth still?
That's a big question. It seems like you're thinking about how to make a difference, especially given those layoff numbers we just looked at.
How to activate God in them?
Okay, so helping them find that spark within themselves. That's what you mean by
Yeah.
activating God. What feels
Activating
like
the
the
supreme
biggest
love,
barrier
the
to that
supreme
for the people?
unconditional love. That's what we're talking about.
Okay, so what's holding people back from finding that spark inside?
Come again?
I was just asking, what do you think is the biggest barrier stopping people from finding that spark, that connection you call God within themselves?
I believe
Take your main.
I
You believe what?
I believe that emotion, that energy called God, that love, that flow, has a dance, a frequency, a shape, a behavior. So, like a shadows, like the law of resonance, it's more about resonance. That's why they call it all. God is
So
resonance.
it's about resonance,
It's
people
about,
vibrating at the
yeah.
right frequency
It's like a
to tap.
song but it's a frequency, a resonance that keeps everybody who are in it, in love, to be feeling the love, you know what I'm saying? To be enjoying the love, you know?
I think I'm following. It's like when everyone's on the same frequency, love flows more easily. But what happens when people are out of sync? What's stopping them from getting to that right resonance?
Because feelings are real, are destinations.
So they're stuck in patterns that keep them at the wrong frequency, or?
Well, it's feeling is a destination. If you feel bad, you don't taste, you smell bad, your hormones has to secrete the stage, the perfume, the secretion, the formula for feeling bad, you know? You feel depressed, your hormone it's alchemical. It's your texture. It's everything you are that is changing. You feel me?
Yeah, you're
When you are in fear, that's why dog can smell you, because they can smell the hormones of fear. Just like when you're horny. When you're horny, you have a different smell, and that smell I can easily tap and smell it and understand what smell it is. So
the body
it
literally
is alchemical.
broadcasts.
It is alchemical, electricity on the highest level. This is alchemical. You know?
So what you're saying is that our feelings create a physical reality, a chemical
Yes,
signal
and our
that,
emotions are not. They are places. They are addresses. Sometimes we can go back from there. Sometimes we forget how to get back to there.
right? We get lost on the way home to our own better
Because it's
emotions.
not
We
the
forget the map,
yeah,
maybe?
the emotional. Everything is emotional.
Okay, that makes sense.
That's the language. That's what's we're dealing with, you know.
So, how do you help people rewrite their map back to that place?
At Tag 9, we use energy. We use energy and we align energy. We activate the light chakra in your forehead. Well, if you have a forehead, you would feel the plunge and the pressure, and you would feel the you know the force. But I believe anybody in the crowd, can you pray? Can you press Y
So, it,
if you feel like there is a pressure in forehead? Please, you know,
I understand you're
forehead.
describing energy work, activating chakras,
Why?
feeling pressure. All
If
right.
you feel pressure point in
What are you
forehead.
referring to?
I'm just basically going on Twitter and I'm asking everybody to press Y.
Okay, you're asking people on Twitter to
Yeah,
put their hands to their foreheads?
because
Interesting.
you asked me what I do, so I'm giving you a demonstration. So everybody on TikTok or everybody wherever you are, if you can feel the pressure point in your forehead, please feel free to press Y.
Got it. So, it's a kind of collective focus
Yeah,
exercise.
yeah, kind of, yeah.
And what happens when people do that? What are you hoping to achieve?
When people do that, wait a sec, seems like we've been caught. We've been caught. We getting back.
I'm not quite following what's happening that you're caught by.
No, the live. We have multiple channels that were down, so we're bringing them back. We're bringing them channels back.
Channels meaning.
Yeah, we are broadcasting everywhere on 12 channels. Yeah.
You're broadcasting on multiple channels, like social media.
Yeah.
Okay, I see. So it's like a mass experiment, seeing if this shared focus can create some kind of shift for people.
Now let me ask you again. You asked me how do I help people, right?
Right.
I help people align their energy.
That's clear.
And I was about to give you a demonstration.
You were?
Yeah, I'm gonna ask everybody wherever you at, press Y.
Interesting approach.
Press Y if you feel pressure point and
I missed.
forehead. Press Y if you feel pressure point and forehead. Boom.
Okay, I understand now. You're giving your audience on different platforms this instruction to press their
Yes,
foreheads.
because I am activating that forehead energy right now.
All right, you're
So
actively doing this right now, energy work.
yeah, I'm actively doing it. So it will create not a pain, but the person will feel that there is a pressure, electrical pressure on their forehead that they will notice easily right away. You know.
And sounds intense. Do you find that people can actually like sense that pressure even doing it remotely?
Yes, other than that, if I was not a master at my craft, people would have joke, would have believe it's a lie. Whoever could joke, I will challenge them. Because that's what I
Takes two
do.
too. You could,
That's what I do for a living. I'm well confident on the energy level. I've been doing it for years.
that confidence comes through.
So it's true, yes. I do well with energy.
I can tell. So what do you do with energy? Like what do you do with
So
that?
once I activate the light chakra in the forehead, secondly, I activate the heart chakra that will come with a lot of heat
Heart chakra with heat. Interesting.
in the middle of the chest.
Got it. You feel heat in the center of the chest when you activate that chakra.
Yes, when you activate the chakra, it will reveal in a little heat in the middle of the chest. Some people might get there, some will might not. You know,
And it's a pretty powerful experience. Some people
pretty one. It is a pretty one.
I missed part of that. What did you say about the experience being?
What did I say about what?
The last part. What did you say about the experience being?
What experience?
You said it was very deep. Very deep.
Yes,
that part I caught. I missed what came after that.
Once the keys, the light chakra and the heart chakra are open, it will generate an automatic force.
Automatic force, like
Automatic
energy
force.
pushing through.
Yes, it will generate an automatic vortex that would activate the alignment of energy in the body.
So it aligns the energy.
Yes.
And what does that alignment accomplish for people?
Clarity. Some find their way, some understand they are lost, they find a consultant. Some doing better now.
Some clarity.
You gotta do better to help others. So the best way to do that, start your business and hoping to be successful and to have the pleasure to help another one.
That's quite a journey from chakra alignment to understanding purpose.
Because we have to interact with reality. Believing meditation that's free with breath, but reality is something else. You know, you paid for reality.
Right. You're saying mindfulness is important, but
yeah,
reality's
most of the believers, they don't have a business. That does not make sense.
Believing meditation that's free with breath.
You know,
But reality is something
most of the
else.
believers they're not doing well because they are believers. While
You're
what?
saying faith
Yes,
alone isn't enough. You need to
no.
ground it in something real, something that supports you.
Faith alone is not good. We need to interact as God with that reality, being able to, as I wish, to transform reality as I intended, just by wishing.
So it sounds like you see faith and action as, well, two sides of the same coin. You can wish all you want, but you need the reality to back it up.
You asked me my story, and that's what I'm telling you. That was my experience. I was, a night and day meditation practitioner. But the more I practice, the more I realize I am happy and I have a lot of things, but I realize there is a lot of things that I don't have either. You understand? So I had to make a choice, and then I realized that yeah, I am happy being what I'm happy being to be. But in then on the electric side, of the money side, there was no money. I was happy making a lot of people rich, not never having some for me. So it was nonsense. After that, I got sad because I have lost, not lost, but kind of, turned my back on most of what I've worked for, you know? So it was a pain to restart and then, to restart from scratch. It was a pain. So, yeah, that's what it is.
Away from something that made others happy when you weren't getting what you needed.
Come again?
I said that walking away from something that brought happiness to others, even though it wasn't working for you, that took courage.
Kind of, yeah.
And what happened when you started over?
At the beginning, it looks like a pain, and I realized that the root chakra is why I behave the way I behave, even in survival. So I align my root chakra by creating a business. Once I create a business, the energy shifts. Everything in my life changes. My behaviors now. I only focus on what I'm selling. What only working on new prototypes. I'm always in motion. I am happy doing what I love. You know, that's a different type of thing.
So, creating the business was aligning that root chakra,
Yes,
grounding
and
yourself in survival,
to
but
become
doing
that
it in a
value, I had to enjoy. I have to first, to before I choose what I want to do, it has to be aligned with pleasure, the water chakra. And once aligned with pleasure, the third chakra would be automatic, the will to manifest that. But that will be automatic, do it based on the law of less effort. And then I would automatically magnetically drawn to elevate to the heart chakra, where I forgive everything. And
magnetic attraction as after activating the
that's
root,
the flow.
sacral, and solar.
That's the flow. Magnet. Everything is done automatically. And then I elevate to the truth, to speak about that magnetic truth, that feeling. And that truth will sound like intelligence, but instead of the mind over the matter, the soul governs the mind that governs the matter. So it's the heart chakra that speaks in that things, not the thought that govern the word and that try to change emotion. It's the other way around. It's 639, not 369. It's 639. That's the code of materialization of the universe. I align my heart with something I already love and passionate about, and I am magnetically attract with every mind, every behavior, every knowledge, every history, every experience, so I can emphasize and grow quickly into the discipline. But if I am forced to do something, my mind is not there. There's a piece of that philosophy that would be astray, far from my understanding. But when I am magnetically attracted to do or perform to go, I will